Hi everyone. We're here today, but we're not going to be talking about Drake today. This is going to be about the copyright your name document, which I supply to just about anybody that wants it. And I've had quite a big response to that, and a lot of people have asked for it, and I've sent it out. But a lot of people are asking me exactly how do I use it. So today I figured I'd give you an idea of how you use it. You can use it to protect yourself. It's one of the methods to use using commercial law to protect yourself from the powers that be, unjust cops, judges, and so forth. Okay, so I'll give you an idea. I got a call from a guy who now I talk to quite often, and I've kind of mentored him and tried to keep him out of jail. He was driving in his car with his friend. His friend was driving. They were both drinking. Anyway, his friend got pulled over, and the cops ended up sending that guy home and let him walk home. And then they came around to the passenger side of the car and started to hassle my friend. Now the problem is he was kind of drunk, and the cops he was just drunk enough where he knew a little bit about commercial law, and he knew some of the questions he had to ask. So he started asking the cops questions. You know, my constitutional rights, this, that, you're violating this, you're violating... Anyway, you can't tell them anything. You do, you get in trouble. So this is a case where a little knowledge can be dangerous. So my friend ended up getting dragged down to the police station, got arrested, and was set up with a court date. They charged him with not following a policeman's lawful order, disturbing the peace, and resisting arrest. Now, all of that stuff, there's constitutional problems with it. They didn't read him his Miranda rights. There's all kinds of problems with it. But this is, we can help you with all that kind of stuff. And I am working with him and working on those kind of issues. But he wanted to get the copyright started. So we submitted a copyright into the public record. And then he received a summons. So they used his copyrighted property, which is his name, on that document a couple of times. So the particular copyright agreement that I have, if you use the copyright for each single use on any document, it's $15,000 in silver, U.S. minted silver coins, silver dollars, and they go for about $29 a piece. So that brings that bill up to $435,000 for one usage. They used it twice, so now we're, what, $860,000, somewhere in there? And so we sent off the bill to 2 courts, because we flooded the first court, which was a district court, with all kinds of documentation, you know, and copyright bills and so forth. Well, I don't think that they wanted to handle it, so they transferred it to the circuit court. Now we have to do all the stuff all over again, so we put it all in the circuit court now. And we also filed copyright violation charges to the circuit court. And we are in the process of putting liens on the 3 cops that were involved for breaking a bunch of laws, committing felonies, committing kidnapping, and copyright violations for writing his name on the charges. So each one of those cops is on the hook for $5 million. So we sent out liens, or the process. We're involved in the lien process, which takes 3 different documents before those things become full-fledged liens. And then we sent the same thing to the chief of police down there where he lives, because ultimately he's responsible, so he's in charge. So why should we leave him out of the party? It's called the tar baby. You touch the tar baby and everything sticks to it. So anybody that touched his case is getting stuff stuck to it. So that comes up to about $20 million that will be in liens, plus the money for the courts, the 2 courts. So we plan on pushing this all the way and bringing those liens to fruition, unless, of course, they should decide to cancel the case. That's their options. If they want it all to go away, they just back out of the case and leave the guy alone. Well, here's what happened. We had the notary present these liens to these cops. Don't you know, 2 police officers show up at the notary's office and threaten him. Now, that's tampering with a government witness and an officer of the court, and he also works for the Secretary of State's office. So these cops are in big trouble now, because now we've added that to the liens and we sent that to their boss. We're putting a lien on their boss, and now he knows that they did that because we put it in the paperwork. So this is going to be very interesting to see how all this works out. And hopefully the guy's case gets canceled, gets dismissed, and the whole thing goes away, and we beat them without even going to court. If not, they're still not going to win, because we have tactics for what happens in court that they can't get around. So, but I will be letting you know periodically how this is going. We have a couple of more weeks before the trial, the preliminary trial, and I'm going to keep you informed on exactly what happens. And if this whole thing either goes away or gets dismissed, or he just walks out of the court like we're hoping he'll be able to do, then we will be putting a big video up here and supplying all the documentation. Anyway, I gotta go. I got a phone call, as you can hear, so I'll be back later. Thanks. Bye.